What's going on, everybody? This is the comment section number 2027. Wow. Okay, so look at this. I found this on Reddit, right? I know that Reddit is like a cesspool or whatever. Yeah, depending. But, it's a lot of basement dwellers and just insane. It's insane. So anyways, but I saw this and I was like, oh, this is perfect. I'm probably seeing this for a reason. Queen is one of the most overrated bands of all time. Okay, let's see what this person says. Hear me out. As much as I love Queen, they're not even a top 5 band in my book. There are much more. I mean, there's a lot of bands, and it's subjective, so that's kind of, it's really tough. But, okay. They are much more known for their individual songs rather than their albums, which is why their best-selling album is a compilation album. Yeah, I can get that. I mean, that's what I grew up with. Was probably one of those, right? Probably. Is that their fault? I don't blame them if they had any decision in doing that, but regardless, that's because their regular albums are filled with mediocre songs that I don't agree with, alongside the great singles that I don't agree with. Yeah, even just where I'm at in the discography, I don't agree with that. Some of their peers in the 70s like ELO and Fleetwood Mac who are less popular. You think Fleetwood Mac is less popular than I can agree ELO is, but Fleetwood Mac less popular than Queen? I think that Fleetwood Mac is super popular, like incredibly popular. Yeah, I'm not saying that they're overrated, but I wouldn't never say that they're underrated at all. I would never say they're underrated. ELO, I could see people saying, yeah, they're underrated. Have stronger albums and overall discographies than Queen. I'm not gonna. I don't know ELO or Fleetwood Mac's discography like that. I don't. I don't. Specifically ELO. ELO, I don't know that much at all. I know some like their hits, but I don't know their albums. Fleetwood Mac, I know way more of, for sure, because they have a ton of hits. I've played a ton of them. And I've heard some of their albums. Some. Not, some. All in all, I think Queen might be better known for their great singles and live performances than for their overall studio output and discography, which is why I don't consider them as great as their fans think. Well, yeah, you're not a fan, obviously. Right? You're not a fan. Yeah, that's all it is. You're not a fan. So let's read that again. I think Queen might be better known for their great singles and live performances than for their overall studio output and discography. I mean, that's accurate. That is accurate, but that doesn't mean that they're not great. That means that people are, especially like music listeners, stuff like that. I don't think it's that different than, I mean, maybe it is different now than decades ago, but it's still just very surface level. People are going about their lives and music just happens to be around. Music is around while you're driving. It's around while you're shopping. And so, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. People aren't specifically putting on records, stuff like that. They may be putting on records to do something. That's what people are doing. They're not just like putting it on. So that's what it is. I don't blame them for that at all. Good on them, frankly. Good on them. Yeah, I wouldn't put. I mean, you're saying that Queen isn't a top 5 band for you. Neither is ELO or Fleetwood Mac, by the way. They're not. They're not. I mean, they're not. Fleetwood Mac, okay, maybe. I don't know. It's just tough to say. It's just tough to say. Anyways, I thought that was interesting. You guys have your own conversation in the comment section about this. That's why I pulled this. I thought it was interesting. And we're doing Queen right now, so there you go. All right, next. Oh, what's going on with this? Okay, the artist, formerly known as Echoes of Old Applause. What's going on, Todd? The tragically hip El Dorado fully completely. P.S. Just to be clear, the analysis you've provided in this video is nothing short of stellar, and I absolutely love your humor, even though you'll undoubtedly spell it incorrectly by omitting the U. Right. I just have one teensy weensy criticism. Okay, you see how you led up into this? All right, lots of people like, the approach is important, right? So, he started out by using these fantastic words like stellar. That's a really big pat on the back, right? But now he's going to get into it. And then he minimizes his criticism, right? Criticism paragraph is way bigger. I think you could tighten up your use of the adjective derivative. Right. I brought this up in a video recently. I was like, yeah, Todd comment about this and it's going to be on a comment section, but I don't have enough comments. I have enough comments now. So, derivative. Okay. I say tighten up because your use of it as an adjective isn't ever wrong. It's just that the term has a negative connotation for many, which may lead such folks to think you're complaining about or even denigrating their favorite artist's work. I definitely denigrate people's favorite artist's work. That's like half of the channel, right? I absolutely do that. Okay, sorry. Their favorite artist's work when I think that's not the point you're trying to make. That's accurate. That, like, in terms of this specific thing, that is accurate. That's definitely accurate. I'm not, when I say that something is derivative, that's not a negative. It's just what it is. Oftentimes I'm just stating things of what it is. I'm just calling it like it is, right? And the rub is lots of people don't like that. That's just what it is, but that's how I am, you know. It's like, okay, well, that's that and that's that, you know. I just take it as that. There's no like other like fairy tale or thing, like, you know, like crazy thing, you know, like pedestal in my brain of like, I mean, I may have my own things that are like that, where, but I don't know, even still I feel like I can still separate, like, okay, I know I'm super into this is my thing, but I can see how people wouldn't be into it. There are lots of people that can't do that. They wouldn't do that. They would just be like, this is incredible, you're wrong. You know, this, you know, like, how can you not, you're an idiot, you know. And I don't, you know, I'll call you an idiot for a different reason. Anyways, and that's not the point you're trying to make. Yep. For example, I think you meant to use it here to suggest that there just isn't much noteworthy innovation taking place in the hips music. That's accurate. Yep. Save for how Gord played his voice. Okay, yeah, how he uses his use of his voice. Sometimes that would make the song nice enough to hear, or as you would say, fine, it's just fine. I mean, it's fine, okay. On other occasions, though, I hear, hang on, this is split up into two, because I couldn't get it all in one shot here. On other occasions, though, I hear you saying that not only did Gord's contributions render the hips sound fine, it contributes to something special. Yeah, like a very good performance. So without Gord, what you'd have here is just another talented bar band, of which there are undoubtedly many, yes. Recalling the adage that nothing is new in the world, one could argue that derivative is actually a meaningless and therefore superfluous adjective. Yes, okay, yep. Gotta love Todd. Yep, that's right. Since it seems to me that it's usually important for an educated listener like you to seek to identify musical influence as someone's work, both forward and back, derivative has too much baggage to be useful within this context. Unless, of course, the shit really is so derivative that your listening experience is just downright painful, in which case, have at it. Right, okay, so there you go. This is why it's great to have Todd around, because he can really, his vocabulary and his communication skills are better than mine. Like, I'm okay at it, but I'm really not that great. I'm still just maybe a step above Neanderthal, where Todd is many, many steps above that. So thank you, Todd. Yeah, and yes, that's accurate. I would say pretty much everything that you said about my use of the word derivative, for the most part, usually, probably most of the time, right, is that. I would definitely say that. So there you go. Thank you. All right. Okay. This is on an old video, but I had to do this. Kim Barry 4674. What's going on? Rush closer to the heart. YYZ live exit stage left. Dude, YYZ, they're Canadian. And then I said they are. Yes. LOL. Yeah, they are. I'm not. Anyways, I thought that was funny. This person probably wasn't around for me. You know, that's the hard thing, is that now the whole thing, all those videos are just up, and people that are watching it now, as opposed to watching it live as it was happening, which a lot of you were there for that, which is pretty cool, right? It's like a different experience for them now, right? They're not, unless they watch from the beginning and follow through, they're not going to catch a lot of the kind of like things that become inside, right? You know what I mean? Or just know me, which that's the thing, getting to know me in a way where it's like, okay, he's just, yeah, that's just him, yeah, okay, he's not gonna pay attention to the lyrics, right? We know that, we already get that, that's a given. Okay, let's move, and we accept that, let's go. Right? Anyways, cool. All right. Fred, FY1HM, what's happening? I remember an interview where a reporter asked Geddy and Alex who among them was the best musician, and without hesitation, they both said Neil at the same time. Seems the only one who didn't know it was Neil. So strange that he still struggled with doubts and insecurities about his abilities, even at the end of his amazing career. And I said, it's weird, frankly. To me, there becomes a point where that's weird. Because to move as an artist, as a musician, I kind of think anything, it doesn't matter. Like if you're a plumber, if you're whatever you are, a nurse, whatever, it doesn't matter. Whatever you are as a career, like not a job, maybe as a job also, but like, because it's all jobs, but you know what I'm saying. You have to have confidence at some point. You have to both know what you can and can't do and have confidence in what you can do. And it just seems like at some point he's, it's like missing, and that's weird. That to me, that's super weird. I even saw an interview with we're doing Queen right now a lot. I saw an interview where Freddie Mercury was saying the same thing. Like you have to have a confidence, you have to have that, because no one's going to just give that to you. You have to have it. And there are people that don't like that and may disagree with you and think that you're less than what your confidence is portraying, but you still need to have that confidence. You just do. Also, it's just part of being an American, and maybe that's why he doesn't have it. But yes, you have to have that. You have to have that. No one is going to give that to you except yourself. You have to know it. That's the thing. It's part of knowing what you're worth. It's like, no, I can do this, and I know that this is, where I'm at. Now, there are people that are like delusional about it. That's probably part of, I brought up the American thing, so I'll tag that onto that also. I get it, right? But this is where honesty and like all that, it's just what it is. It's a tough thing, but I think that with him, that all that stuff is a little bit weird. It seems weird to me. I'm just like, come on, man, come on. Like it's like too humble, like too much for me. It's like that's too much for me. Just like, come on, man, just come on, Jesus, get over yourself. Like in the opposite way, right? Like as opposed to those people that are just so about themselves. It's like, dude, get over yourself. It's kind of like the same thing but opposite, right? Like yo, and again, like I love Neil, right? He's incredible. He's freaking incredible. But that kind of stuff, it just weirds me out. I don't get it. Okay. All right. Up next, Theo Zafrak. What's going on? This is a whole thread with a whole bunch of people. Luke Tanner 2000, what's going on? Rob Shaw, what's going on? I don't know if there's others, but Theo said maybe find a few synonyms for nice, because I say nice a lot. And Luke says, that's your comment? And then Theo says, it is. I enjoy this channel. That's why I subscribe to it. I noticed in this reaction and the one for Delius, okay, so this is Kate Bush, that the word nice is maybe a bit overused, and am suggesting that it might be worth having some. Oh no, I didn't hit the read mores on these. Sometimes these mess up. Ah, man. Oh, here it is. Oh, good. See, I do have it. Great. And I'm suggesting that it might be worth having some alternatives. Call it constructive criticism if you want. I hope Justin won't take it amiss. If I didn't like the content, I wouldn't bother commenting at all. Rob Shaw says, I think I know at least one factor. Justin does sometimes discuss music theory, but he wants to keep it to a minimum because it's not that kind of channel like Rick Beato. So when he says nice, he does have a particular harmony melody reason in mind, but he's reluctant to dive into exactly the chords and intervals and modes, etc. yeah, this is not like some intense deep dive, right? It's not. It's just not. I mean, I could do those, but then I kind of would be doing what Rick does, and there are others also. There are plenty of other channels that do that, where they like go into it and they dive. And I think that there's obviously definitely an audience for that, right? But to me, I'm like, why am I gonna just do what they do? Why am I gonna do what they do? Like there's no like why. And also, that's not. I don't know. There's many reasons why I don't do that. I don't have the time for that. I'm doing lots of other things. This is not like that kind of education channel. I'm not like teaching you. I'm not like an instructor in that kind of way, right? I feel like there are a lot of people that watch me and think that I teach, and people have brought up teaching before, right? Like, oh, you'd be a good teacher. Or how come you don't, this, that, and the other thing. It's like, I've taught in the past. I don't particularly like it. It depends. There are good students, and then there's just students where you're babysitting, and I hate that. I don't like that at all. So I just do my thing, and you like it or you don't. And things are a lot of times. Well, there's more of this. Let me get to the more first. Sorry. There are plenty of again with the read more. Damn, I'm sorry. I wasn't trying to cut people off. Theo replied back to Rob, there are plenty of other words one can use before getting into music theory. Justin, if you see this comment, please know that I like your channel and your reactions, and I don't intend my initial and then it cut offs. I'm sorry, but I get what you're saying. And then I said, all I'll say is Theo is not, quote, nice. Just kidding. I was joking, obviously, right? Yeah, I say that's also partly a joke on the channel, is that I say a lot of the same things. Nice, yeah, great, fine. Yeah, it's fine, it's okay. Yeah, that's all I got. All of those things. I say this stuff a lot, and I know that because I edit the videos. There's lots of things that I say a lot, and some of it is cringe in terms of like every single time I say, there's certain things that I say that I repeat all the time. It's I'm trying to like say them now naturally, and I'm just not. I'm like trying to like bring it back up, and it's not happening. But lots of times that's all I have to say. And also, like, doing these, this is my first time hearing these. Unless I say otherwise, it's literally my first time listening to these songs. So it's a big just overview of the song, right? So that's why I'm not delving into lyrics. Among the reasons why I'm not delving into lyrics, a lot of people, especially you Kate Bush people I see right now for this album, you're like, you're not doing the lyrics, by the way. Excuse me, you're not doing lyrics. And it's like, yeah, I don't do lyrics. I'm not paying attention to lyrics on the first listen. I'm just not. We're going to get into that again in the next comment section video because this one's getting long. But it's an overview. It's a when you listen to a song for the first time, does it pique my interest enough that I want to put it on again? Is this amazing? Is it going in my hot songs playlist? Is it just okay? Is it interesting? Or is there things that are in there that are interesting enough for me to want to put the song back on? To give it another listen, to dig deeper. That kind of thing. It's like speed dating with songs. Literally. So that's what it is. That's just what it is. There's so much music out there. It's so hard to get to it all. And there's so much really good music also, but also so much really not good music, both bad music and mediocre music. There's a lot of just mediocre music. There just is. And all that's going to get from me is, it's nice, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Yeah, I mean, even just looking up synonyms for the word nice. It's like, you want me to say these words? Fine. Okay, I say that. Cordial, ducky, fair, friendly, good, kind. Yeah, just good. That's what I'm saying. It's fine. It's just good. It's good. Fair. Okay, that's another one. Okay. Superior. See, okay and superior are not the same as nice. And they're not the same between each other. Okay and superior. One is here and one is here. Right? Swell, welcome, winning. No, I don't mean winning. If I'm listening to something, I'm saying it's nice, depending on how I'm insinuating, right? Depending on the feeling that I'm putting into the word, I don't necessarily mean winning. I usually mean okay, or fair, or good, right? Or it's nice, it's fine, it's okay, it's okay. It's not a big deal. I'm not rushing to hit replay. So anyways, okay, but I get it. I hear you. And no, you're fine. You're fine. Anyways, very cool. All right, there's going to be another comment section. I'll catch you in that video. See you later.